how often I will be doing this video format because I sometimes like talking about new releases, but I don't like talking about every single new makeup release. Definitely let me know what kind of new release video you like to see, because I'm more biased towards indie makeup just because that is my bread and butter, to be honest. But I will occasionally look at like new mainstream releases as well. But I'm also like, I don't know if this is something I want to keep doing, but let's just talk about some new makeup. And the first thing that has caught my eye is the Breaking Dawn collection from Glamlite. And I'm not gonna lie, I think they started teasing this sometime in May last year. I don't remember exactly when, but they have been teasing this collection for a hot minute. Everybody and their mother on my Instagram feed is loving the Jacob palette, and honestly, I'm liking it too. I think the color story is so pretty. It is a really great mix of neutral and color, and it's green, baby. It's green, so I'm already sat for that. Meanwhile, anybody that I follow and whose story that I watch, nobody has reposted the Edward palette. And honestly, for good reason. Like, I don't hate the color story, but it's just something that they've done so often where it's like muted, we've got purples and grays and reds, and just without even seeing it, hearing that alone, I can already think of the other like horror theme palettes that they've done. So immediately this does not really spark any interest for me, just compared to the Jacob palette, and I'm not going to buy the collection either just because I feel like I have really similar colors. Also, I hate the packaging. I'm not even sorry, I feel like seeing just shoots straight from like movie promos automatically, just like on a artistic level, no, it's not it. I'm sorry, there's just something so boring about this packaging, and I'm going to be completely honest, I really don't like Glamlite's packaging that often either. Like, some of it's really cute, like I liked their Good Guys palette, and I think I liked the I don't know, it's hard because like I don't think the Ghostface palette was bad, but it was okay. It wasn't like badly designed or anything, it just wasn't like incredible. They do really pride themselves on their packaging, and I think the lenticular packaging is cool, but it's kind of a crutch, and I don't think it needs to be on every release, honestly, because it's like, all right, this one-trick pony is dead in Miami. This one-trick pony has kind of overstayed its welcome at this point, in my opinion. Am I a hater? Yes. Honestly, like, this entire collection really doesn't speak to me because I was not really interested in Twilight at all. There's a highlighter, there's lipstick, there is a glitter setting spray, and a makeup bag, and a mirror, which, I'm sorry, that mirror just looks so terrible, especially compared to some of the horror mirrors they did. I feel like those were more fun, and this one is just a picture of Rob and Kristen. The highlighter could be cute, but honestly, like, I feel like if you have one highlighter from Glamlite, you kind of have them all. So you really don't need that. Wait, hold on, let me take back my words, because I really like the Rick and Morty trio, highlighter trio that they did. That, and the blue in there is phenomenal. The pink and the purple are okay, but the blue in that highlighter palette is so freaking beautiful. And shout out to Katie, aka My Beauty Field Life, for putting me on that, because she swatched it and I was like, oh my gosh, I need this. And here's another thing. I do not mind realistic swatches, right? Because sometimes the overly photoshopped swatches, it's not helpful. Anyway, like the Pat McGrath swatches or something, or it just looks like a strip of color digitally placed on an arm. It's like, okay, this is not that helpful. There is something about Glamlite swatches that I think are so terrible, and I don't know what it is. Like, the original Ghostface palette that they did, when I saw the color story, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. The swatches did not interest me or sell me on the palette at all, and I really think they need to level up their swatch photography, especially the one that they did for the Jacob palette. First of all, they are painfully zoomed in, so you can't really, like, it's almost jarring because it's like, wait, what skin tone is this being swatched on? Because I really can't tell. And then the background that they chose for it is just like, I feel like should have either been more contrasting or just like a plain black background, because it's so distracting. And like I said, we could just stand to zoom out a little bit more. I don't know, I really don't think they do good swatches for their brand, and I'm so sorry, because like, they do legitimately like look like they are realistic to me, like they took a finger and swatched it on the arm. That's fine to me, but just, I don't know, they need to like change up the lighting or something, because I feel like it looks off. And again, referring to the original Ghostface swatches, I was not even remotely interested in that palette until I saw people buy it and swatch it themselves, and I was infinitely more interested based on other people's swatches. And I'm talking about people who swatch for the love of the game and not for profit or anything. So it's like, that was more appealing to me than the official swatches. And let me know if we need like a price breakdown. Honestly, like, I don't find that information that interesting sometimes, but the eyeshadow palettes are going to be $35. The lip kit is $22. The makeup bag is $40. And again, that is not a cute makeup bag at all. Let me see. The mirror is $26, which is kind of bananas to me because what the hell? And also, like, ever since I started traveling with a lighted mirror, I can't go back to a non-LED lighted mirror. It's just not happening. The highlighter is going to be $15. The skin spray is going to be $18. And they sell like a PR box collection, which is apparently only available with the PR box collection. I don't know why people want a PR box for no reason. Like, even if you're a collector, like, to me that's just trash. But again, and then the full collection no PR box is $150. I mean, I feel like they're always putting their palettes on discount, so I personally would never go out and buy Glamlite at full price, and especially because, like, even if they sell out, they're going to bring it back and it will become discounted at some point. And I used to tell people to buy it from TikTok Shop because I know in the past people have had issues with Glamlite shipping, and when I purchased any Glamlite palettes on TikTok Shop, I had no issues with it getting shipped out quickly. And it was also free shipping at the time, but like, I feel like when they announced that TikTok was getting banned in the US, they did something to TikTok Shop, okay? Because now Glamlite charges $10 for shipping, and even though the product is cheaper on TikTok Shop, like the $10 shipping, I digress. So, Doe Deere is working on a new makeup brand. She hasn't said much beyond this on Instagram. Imagine surviving cancellation, internet pile-ons, and 6 years of hibernation, all while quietly banking the dopest makeup ideas of your career. The non-compete is over. The gloves are off. If a YouTube takedown is your gospel, you're not ready for the main act. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a brand to build. Pear emoji. And in her bio, she put, working on a new makeup brand. You can keep it. You can keep it. Doe Deere has been a controversial figure for a really long time, and OGs know, even in her LiveJournal days, she was a messy, messy gal. I'm not gonna lie, I think she was very innovative with Lime Crime. I feel like she helped really popularize liquid lipsticks, and she did have unique color stories for her eyeshadow palettes, and people have said this for a really long time, that they felt like Modern Renaissance and the Subculture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills was completely ripped from Lime Crime's Venus 1 and 2, and I can definitely see the comparison. I don't know if that's true. This is just alleged and what, people have been saying for a long time. I don't think we need a new makeup brand for you, girl. I feel like when you just kind of chalk up real criticisms of your behavior, like dressing up like a certain historical figure, I don't know if I can say it. Dressing up like Hitler or Nazi, yeah, I think you should be called out for that. I remember there was a controversy as well where her eyeshadow pans were rusting for some eyeshadow singles that she was selling. Yes, you should get called out for that. And I feel like she had a pretty, like, cringy China doll eyeshadow palette that she got called out for. So, to just chalk it up as, like, dogpiling cancel culture is always the lamest move to me. Yeah, I feel like whenever people just chalk up legitimate criticisms under the blanket of hating, I don't think you're an intelligent person at all. And that's all I can say on that. I think she launched Lime Crime at a good time where, there were definitely makeup brands and indie brands, but there is a significantly larger market of makeup brands out nowadays, so I'm curious to see how it goes out, how it works for her. So yeah, I feel like if she had approached this differently and worded it way differently than like being a victim, maybe this is something that I'm not saying I would be interested in it, but because I personally started purchasing from Lime Crime after she left, and even then I didn't buy from them that often. So I don't know. I mean, I do feel like the brand has, I mean, they're closing down, they've kind of tanked, and I don't want to like chalk that up to like it being under her leadership, but yeah, I don't know. I think if she had worded this differently and come from a place of like, yeah, I've made mistakes, I have done and said horrible things, and I'm trying to grow from that or learn from that, but it's not worded that way at all. I feel like I would maybe be a little bit more forgiving, but just to kind of, again, seeing chalked up as just cancel culture, essentially, it's not very promising to me. Sometimes things just need to stay in 2014. Next on the agenda is this Colourpop and Toy Story collection. It's cute, and that's all I can say on that. It is a neutral color story with a mix of color. Cute, but I feel like it's something that they've done before, and if you truly have like any Colourpop eyeshadows, you could make something similar to this. Like there's no, at least for the palette, unless, you know, you're a huge Toy Story fan and you like absolutely need the packaging. Again, just not something that I'm gonna rent out and buy day one or really at all. They have 3 Jelly Much shadows, which also look really cute. A green mascara, and I love the tone of that green mascara, but I've never tried their mascara. I have to wear waterproof mascara because I have really oily lids and watery eyes. So, you know, double whammy there. So if it's not waterproof, I'm just simply not able to wear it. They have a sour candy lip mask, which they're coming for Linasia's gig. Okay. That's cute, actually. I'm probably not going to round buy it. And then I think they have these 4 lip glosses, which honestly the packaging is very cute. It's a little chubby for my preference because I'm sorry, I like a skinny tube just because it's easier to shove in my bag. You know, cute colors. It's not like the most show-stopping collection by any means, but you know, great for any Disney adult or somebody who loves Toy Story. And then I'm sorry, I didn't get the prices for any of it because now we're talking indie. The Tracy's Powder Room. I have heard of Tracy's Powder Room before, but I just like forget about them because like a lot of people don't talk about them or showcase any of them or showcase anything from their store or whatnot. And I had checked Tracy's Powder Room in the past. I mean, when we're talking like several years ago at this point, but every time I checked, their Etsy was always closed. So I don't know what that's about. But they have a palette coming out called Fairy's Lost Treasure, and okay, cute color story. I mean, I need to see swatches, and it releases on April 4th. I don't think there's a price out yet. Yeah, I've never tried it. I am curious to know if anybody buys it or has purchased from Tracy's Powder Room before, what you think of the quality. I don't want to say it's a generic color story because it's very much, like it's, to me, it's obviously a companion palette for, you know, if you just need that one perfect palette that has like all the colors, like multi-chrome colors that you want. I am curious about the price. Oh, and then I really, really want to talk about some Sea Beauty. A bunch of them have new products out. So Girlcult has a new collection coming out, and the quads are really cute. They are a little bit on the light side, at least the one quad, and then obviously like the face palettes. It looks like a cream lip and cheek palette, and maybe contour. And I don't know if that brown circle in the corner is like a highlighter. Yeah, but obviously that is geared towards one skin tone. And then you have a all shimmer quad, which looks really pretty. I have not used my Girlcult palette in a while, but it's so cute and I really like the quality. It is very powdery though, so I am curious about these, but they look good. And the lip products, I didn't get a picture of every single one of the glossy ones, but this color L10, ooh, that green shimmer happening in the brown is so pretty. And then it looks like they're launching some lipsticks as well. Pretty neutral release, but that brown at the bottom, that's pretty interesting. I don't know the prices of everything, but if you are a big Girlcult fan or you're interested in trying something from Girlcult, this could be a cute little collection to try out. The packaging looks so phenomenal as well. They really highlighted it in this showcase, and I will link it down below in the description on Rednote/Xiaohongshu. And I really love the theming too. It's got like this garden kind of vibe happening, and it's green. So it's so pretty. I have not heard of Carmela before, but it's also another Sea Beauty brand, so I don't really know much about what they're best known for or anything like that, but they're coming out with these lip products and they look so beautiful. The tones, oh my gosh, especially number 3 and number 5. And actually, you know what? Number 2 looks really pretty, and so does number 4. They are beautiful. I don't know much about the formula or have tried it before, so, you know, if you have any experience with it, I would love to know below. Dramo is also coming out with a new eyeshadow palette as well as some lipsticks. But they do have a new eyeshadow palette coming out, and I've not tried their eyeshadows before. I have heard really good things though. The shimmers look so sparkly and stunning, and so do the mattes. I love the color story selection they have going on here. Very, very beautiful. And next on the list is Unearthly Cosmetics. They have their expansion to their Menacing Metals lipstick. They don't have a price on their Instagram listed, but I think it's up for pre-order now. I have not tried their bullet lipsticks before. They look really pretty, and I'm on the fence personally about metallic lipsticks because in the past when I have tried metallic lipsticks, they settle so terribly in my lip line, or not my lip line, but I guess the lines in my lips, and I just really don't like how they look on me. Like, I don't mind putting shimmer on top of my lipstick, but a metallic lipstick just like does not mesh with me for whatever reason. But these ones look really pretty, and actually the previous set of Menacing Metals that they had were also very gorgeous, but these ones are really fun. And then our girl No Pore, oh my gosh, she was part of the campaign, and she looks so stunning. And if you don't follow her, you need to remedy that, but you probably do follow her because you're interested in indie makeup, and she is a wonderful resource of swatches and looks. And I'm so happy for her that she got to be a part of this campaign. It's so beautiful to see her face on there, and I'm so happy for her. And the shades they have are Ghostly, which they describe as a sheer otherworldly purple glow, Dragonfly, which is a green to lavender magic in motion, Pharaoh, which is liquid gold royalty, Firestarter, metallic orange copper that brings the heat, Darkling, a gray black with haunting green and purple sparkle, Cherub, sweet baby pink with a golden sheen, Piranha, berry with a bite and a green shift, Dollhouse, a hot pink with a cool purple blue shine, and Frostbite, which is a chilling blue with a soft violet shift. And I mean, Piranha looks really beautiful, and so does Frostbite, honestly. And Darkling I would be interested in, but I don't know if it's one that I would buy immediately. But these look really beautiful. These look really beautiful, and I'm really interested to see what people do with them. And also my friend Andromeda did lip swatches for their website as well, and I love their lip swatches. They're always so gorgeous. I mentioned a couple videos back that I had an issue with a lipstick that I bought from them, Diana, where I had purchased it in September of 2024, and I actually have Jeanette and Mandy that I bought from them like way before then. And then all of a sudden Diana started burning my lips out of nowhere, and I had emailed them in January, and I got a response saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna email this to the proper team. And then I literally did not hear back from them for 2 months, and I followed up once and then didn't hear anything, and then I followed up again a couple weeks ago, and they were like, oh, somehow your message ended up in our spam box. And I didn't even ask for a refund. All I did was tell them about, you know, again, what I just told you, and that it started burning my lips randomly. I have like no allergies as far as I know to any lip products, and any of the ingredients listed in Diana are in the other lipsticks as well. So I don't know why it started burning all of a sudden, but they did refund me, which I did not ask for a refund. I think that was awesome of them to give me a refund, especially for something that was so long ago, because that's way beyond any sort of window. That's the update on that lipstick. So if you have experienced anything like that, I would recommend letting Unearthly know, not just to get a refund if that's even on the table for you, but like, again, just to let them know, because I don't know what happened with that batch of lipsticks, but I have heard from other people that they have experienced burning from the lipstick, but for some people that I've heard from, they do have a sensitivity to an ingredient. So, you know, just something to consider. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that was a pretty good customer service experience, even though it did take a while to hear from them and was, again, exacerbated just from my message going to their spam folder. But again, this is not me complaining about it. It's just something to be aware of. What else is new? Oh, Mob Beauty has a blurring blot balm and primer, and I don't know about this. I'm interested in it, especially as an oily gal, but I also I'm really dry at the same time, so that's why I call myself combination, because I have oily and dry skin. And I do exfoliate, but, you know, I don't exfoliate every day because you're not really supposed to do that. But I am curious about this. I don't really know how I feel about a balm per se, but I am curious how this performs. I've not tried anything from Mob Beauty beyond the lipstick that Smitha sent me, which was from her collaboration, Moonchild, and she very kindly sent that to me because she had an extra one. And I do really like the lipstick. It's very beautiful, but I, you know, obviously can't garner an opinion without trying anything. So yeah, this isn't like something that I'm like, again, rushing to buy, and also I'm really not supposed to be buying anything. Let's not talk about that. If you do try this, I really want to know your thoughts on it and if it's something you're interested in buying, because I feel like I've heard kind of mixed things about their foundation, but foundation and really base products are just going to be so dependent on so many different factors, so I understand why a foundation would be a tricky spot for most people. Fenty Beauty has these lip oils out, and these colors are so pretty. First of all, I don't know how I feel about lip oils, because I did get a lip oil from a brand, and I don't know. I want to buy one, and then I just never do. I just end up buying a lip gloss, because like the one lip oil I have, I just feel like my lips, obviously it's an oil, but they just feel like too slick, and I just feel like I ate something greasy, so don't really know if this is something that I'm rushing to try, but I think the colors are so pretty, especially that purple one. I don't remember what it's called because I didn't get a screenshot of the names, but these could be interesting, especially if you do like the Fenty Beauty lip products. I did get their gloss when they first came out, I want to say in Fussy, and it was okay. I'm not gonna lie, everybody like hyped that up to the extreme, and I feel like that was in a time where you could not say one slightly negative thing about Fenty Beauty at the time because people were gonna eat you up for it. I felt like it was okay. Honestly, the wand is just too big for my lips, so it just like dispersed way too much product personally, so I'm not in a rush to try something like that. Oh my gosh, and then I am so excited to talk about this too. The Phytosurgence is expanding their blush line. Oh my gosh, Dust. I am so interested in that. I actually, when Diana was burning my lips, I was using that to mix into other blushes for fun, and that is what the gray blush is for. It is to mix with other blushes, and they're also adding Steam, Sear, Scorch, and Incense to their line, and just seeing it laid out like this, they look so beautiful. I love the Phytosurgence blushes. I know they're not for everybody, and I really don't want to buy more cream blushes because I have enough cream blushes, and again, I can like go ahead and mix and match all my cream blushes together to kind of like make shades that I want, so I don't think I would be rushing to buy this either, again, because I'm not supposed to be buying stuff. And then they also have this really beautiful like purpley color called Wisp, but that's something that is more of like a special color that they don't really have released in their lineup, but I think it would make a great addition to their permanent lineup. But yeah, I love the idea of Dust. It is so beautiful, and if you've never tried Phytosurgence before, I would really recommend trying their cream blushes at least. I do like Verdant Force Field, which is their moisturizer, which is really nice, and then they have a spectral balm and a bronzer, but I don't know about the bronzer. I've heard some people like not really like it because it is a stiffer formula, and then it just like kind of ends up falling out of the pan. And the Spectral Shine, which is their highlighter, looks so beautiful as well. I'm really interested in trying it, but I also have a lot of cream blushes, so again, not trying to buy stuff. But yeah, I think their blushes are definitely their bread and butter and worth trying out. They have so many beautiful colors and options, and it's a great way to try an indie brand. They are Canadian based, and I will say, I don't know how tariffs are gonna affect anything at the moment. Scary times we live in. But yeah, if you have been wanting to try a new small business, they're Canadian, they're queer owned, and they make beautiful products. I think that is all the new beauty releases that I can talk about today. Please let me know your thoughts below, what you're interested in picking up and what you're ignoring and whatnot. And I think next time I really want to add nail polish in here too. I think that'd be so fun because your girl's into indie polish, okay? And do we need another person doing new makeup releases? Do we? I don't know. Let me know. And again, I don't know if this is something I want to do too often because I don't always want to talk about new stuff. And again, I only want to talk about stuff that I'm interested in, but at the same time, like, yeah, just let me know. Thank you so much for any likes, comments, subscribes, critiques. What else do you guys do on a video? Watching, clicking. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.